I had 4 uncles, 3 of whom were in the army and the other one in the navy. One was a POW, one was killed in Tarakan. So growing up in the 40s, the war and the military was on your mind, and the navy took us boys at 13, and I joined the Naval College as a cadet, as one of 28 in January 1950. I went off to England again to specialise, and I became a specialist navigator, where I got my first command, a ton-class minesweeper, HMAS Gull. Small vessel, but 24-man crew. They were used as patrol boats. Your first command is a testing time, whether you've got a small crew or not. You suddenly realise that you're in charge and responsible for the welfare and safety of all those men under your command and the ship. The first time you confront a suspicious-looking vessel and you send a boarding party over or bring it alongside to investigate, you don't know whether that's stacked with booby traps, dynamite, and goodness knows what. It's pretty hair-raising. At the back of your mind always is that recognition that it's your responsibility. You're on your own. And communication, method of operations, everything was quite different to the way it is today. These were days before computers, or really satellites were only just it was a word we'd only just got used to. And from being the master and god of my own little domain in that little ton-class minesweeper, I went as navigator of HMAS Perth. In 1965, the Menzies government committed to sending one ship to integrate with the United States 7th Fleet in operations off the coast of Vietnam. That was a really high-pressure, high-tension, very demanding operational experience. We were doing a bombardment early in the morning, or just a change of watch at 8 o'clock in the morning, when we were hit by shore batteries from North Vietnam. And I saw the water sort of starting to boil a little bit around us, and I sort of looked and hadn't seen this before, and all of a sudden the realisation hit me. God, we're being fired at! And we were hit by a couple of shells. We were extraordinarily lucky in that nobody was killed, but severe damage was done. It hardened all of us. Vietnam caused riots around the world. There was a turbulent time in every way, the 1960s. World War II had sort of receded into the background. You had another generation coming along who saw military conflict in a different light. It was the birth of the peaceniks and the anti-nuclear age and all that sort of thing. From a personal point of view, I did not think about the enemy as human beings and their families and their circumstances. It was particularly so in Vietnam, where we were bombarding. I know damn well we must have killed people. That's what war is. And it was not us who were making the decision to go to war. That was the government of our country. And we were servants of that government, and we were there to do what we were told. If we wanted to change that, then we had the chance at the ballot box when the next election came round, or we could get out of the service. But you can't have it both ways. It's only later in life, on reflection, that you start to question things. But at the time, you don't and you can't. If you're in command and you have a crew of 330 the best way in the world to get them operating as a team, united and really worked up, is to go away from home. It's hard on families, damned hard on families. If you share adversity and risky experiences, hardship, if you share those with people, then you bond with them. And there's no question about that. And that's the same in civil life as it is in military life. But the nature of military life is such that those situations tend to occur more often, and therefore I think the bonds grow stronger. It is a team business, and you can't do it with a few individuals. You've got to get everybody operating together, and that's the art of leadership at sea. We've got to educate future generations to realise what a tragedy, an agony, what a waste and horror war is.